Most people who want to become mortgage brokers have no idea where to even start. They've seen the job title, they've heard the income potential, but when they look online, honestly, it's just confusion. What qualifications do they actually need? Do you have to work for a bank first? How long do you have to be before you can actually earn any money? So in this video, I'm going to break down the full step-by-step process of how to become a mortgage broker in the UK, from getting qualified to finding your first role to building a proper long-term career. No hype, no jargon, just a very clear, short roadmap. Becoming a mortgage broker is one of the most rewarding career paths out there, in my opinion, but obviously I'm biased, but it's only if you understand the process properly from day one. I've been in the industry now for well over a decade. I started out at Connells, where I studied my exams and, did the job. Then I spent 2 years there before going self-employed, and then that experience shaped everything I do now and teach as a business coach for mortgage brokers. But I am not a CMAP trainer, okay? I don't coach people on how to pass the exams, but I make this type of content because I genuinely believe that the more great brokers we have in the industry, the better it becomes for clients, for standards, and for the future, and also for me, for the people I can work with in a few years' time. So in this video, I'm going to walk through these things. Number one is the education and skills you need before CMAP. Number two, what CMAP involves and how to pass it. Number three is the different employment routes available to you. Number four is how authorization works. And number five is what to expect in your first year, including income. And at the end, I'll show you where you can go next if you've passed your CMAP and you want to start your first year with structure. So the first step is understanding what the job actually is. So a mortgage broker isn't just someone who finds loans. They're a guide, okay? You help clients make one of the biggest financial decisions of their entire lives. So that means understanding their situation, explaining their options, and managing everything from the first conversation to the completion call. Now, when I first started, I thought the job honestly was all just about rates. I was very, very wrong, okay? It's about trust. It's the client doesn't remember any of the products. They remember how you made them feel throughout the entire process. So before you jump into studying, talk to real brokers, shadow someone if you can, watch how they build relationships and handle conversations. See, this isn't a purely academic career at all. In fact, it's more human than anything else. Now, if you enjoy solving problems and explaining things clearly, you'll absolutely thrive. If you're not, though, that's fine, but you need to know what you're walking into before you invest time and money into it. Step two is the getting qualified with CMAP. So to legally give mortgage advice in the UK, you need a recognized qualification. Now, most commonly, there is CMAP, which is a certificate in mortgage advice and practice. That's a hard one to say. It's a real mouthful. As right now, it's made up of 3 modules: UK financial regulation, mortgage products, and mortgage advice application. You can study online, part-time, or even through an employer. That's actually how I did mine while I was working at Connells. They supported me through the qualification and it gave me knowledge and on-the-job experience. But if you want to do it online, I've actually negotiated a deal with Future in Finance, which is a CMAP course. The link is in the description here to give you some discounts on any of their programs and courses. Most people finish within 3 to 6 months, but here is the real key with this: is treat it like a project, not a hobby. Study consistently, take regular mock exams, and book your next exam before you lose momentum. You see, CMAP doesn't make you an expert at all. In fact, it doesn't give you anything other than the permission to start learning the real job through real experience. So step 3 then is choosing your employment route. So once you're qualified, you'll need to decide how you want to work. So we have employed brokers, where you work for a bank or a building society or a brokerage. Now the pros to that is you're going to get salary, you're going to get commission, you're going to get training, and you're going to get a steady flow of leads. But the cons, and they are some, is long-term earnings is going to be less and you'll have less control. The thing with employment is it's perfect for learning how the industry actually works while still getting a salary, Now then you have self-employed. You're your own boss. Now the pros to this is higher commissions, more freedom. The cons are there's no guaranteed leads. You need to learn marketing. You need to learn sales. And this route suits brokers who really value independence and flexibility, but it's hard. And it's what I spend most of my day-to-day job teaching brokers how to do. Now the right route isn't about income. It's about fit. Learn where you'll thrive first, and then you can scale when you're ready and move to the other ones whenever you need to. Step 4 is getting authorized by the FCA. So once you know where you want to work, you'll need to get authorized by the FCA, which is the Financial Conduct Authority. Ugh. A lot of words, okay? And that's so you can actually advise clients. Now, if you're going employed, this will all be sorted out for you, so don't worry. But if you're going self-employed, there are 2 main routes, like I said. So the number one is you can join a network as an AR model, and that is you operate under their FCA permissions and they handle compliance, systems, and training. This is the simplest and safest route for new brokers who are self-employed. So there's networks like Stonebridge, Primus, and Quilter. They're common starting points. The second route is going directly authorized, known as DA. Now, you apply directly to the FCA to manage your compliance yourself, and run your firm completely independent. This is best for very experienced brokers with systems and processes and just a lot of experience. So just don't do it. Think of a network like the stabilizers. They let you focus on clients and the skills before you actually take full control. Most people never actually want to leave the networks. And number 5 is talking about earnings. Here's a bit everyone asks about, so I'll give you some rough figures. So employed brokers usually earn anywhere from about 25,000 to 35,000 base salary, reaching say 40 to 60,000 with commission. Self-employed brokers, they're often going to start around that 30 to 45,000 pounds once they're doing it. Then they grow to 60 to 100,000 plus after 2 to 3 years. Business owners and established brokers can exceed that 6-figure mark, but they also take on more risk and responsibility, and they need to learn the skills in order to do that. So in your first year, focus less on chasing income and more on mastering the process, from discovery call to submission call to protection advice. It's all the things you should be looking at, because that's the thing that's going to make you money. You don't earn more money by doing more, you earn more money by doing it better. So number 6, we need to build a long-term plan. If you want this to become a sustainable career, you need a bigger vision, okay? Ask yourself these type of questions. What type of client do I want to work with? Do I want a small lifestyle business, or do I want a team? Do I want to build my own leads or rely on introducers? You see, when I first went self-employed, I actually had no real plan. And it wasn't until I started building a proper system, marketing, sales, retention, that everything started to kind of click. That same structure is now what I teach full-time as a business coach to mortgage brokers who are in that kind of 1 to 2 year mark and they need help with it. You see, you're not building a business to escape a job, you're building a business to design your life. You see, I coach people who are already qualified to build systems and confidence and structure that actually scales. But if you're at this current stage right now and you're still deciding what career route to take, that's exactly what we're going to cover next in the next video here. So I'm going to break down my actual experience of working at Connells as an employed mortgage broker, the good, the bad, the ugly. So you can decide whether employment or self-employment is the best fit for you. Check it out.